This is Game Time, presented exclusively on your Go90 app. He's our Sekou Smith. I'm Kristen Ledlow. Friday on NBA TV, Clippers and Rockets. Let's talk Houston first because they had an unbelievably successful month of December. And James Harden playing at an MVP level now within that new offensive system, really able to take the reins.
Yeah, it's just another chance for James Harden to showcase himself in his new game, as the quote-unquote point guard for Mike D'Antoni against another quality team. And really what you're looking at, Kristen, James Harden has become such a great facilitator for others that he's made himself even more dangerous as a scorer, I think. Anytime you are distributing the ball at the level he is and making sure all your guys are involved, it only makes him that much tougher to stop if you're the Clippers. And with Chris Paul ailing, no Blake Griffin, the Clippers are having to move some pieces around to make sure they compensate for a guy like this that's going to come at them nonstop Friday night.
Have the Rockets surprised you thus far this season? Were you expecting them to come out of the gate and be this successful in the Western Conference?
No, and I wasn't expecting them to play at this level, but I also wasn't expecting James Harden's game to continue to evolve to this point. I mean, he's not just a really good passer. He's become a great passer and a great facilitator, as I said, for these other guys. And you look around, Gordon is playing out of his mind. Ryan Anderson is playing fantastic, but Montrezl Harrell, some of these other support players that they have are really playing great basketball because they're being led by a guy in James Harden who understands spacing on the floor and how to keep other guys involved, but also how to attack and make himself the usual dangerous player that he is against whoever they're dealing with.
Chris Paul will be returning to the Clippers lineup. How much, though, have they missed him, especially with Blake out, who you're saying we won't see again until at least the All-Star break?
Yeah, listen, I don't think you can ever understate just how important Chris Paul is to the Los Angeles Clippers and what they do. You think about their rise from where they were years ago to a team that's contending and in that conversation in the Western Conference now the past few years. It's all centered around Chris Paul and his leadership, his production, and the fact that whatever adversity they've dealt with, he's been the guy at the eye of that storm that's dragged him out of it, along with Doc Rivers, of course. But on the court, in that locker room, this is Chris Paul's team, and you have to have him healthy and playing at his best if you want to be successful.
Well, don't miss that matchup Friday night right here on NBA TV. For Sekou, I'm Kristen. Thanks for joining us exclusively on your Go90 app.